in a Rugby World Cup pool match, which is pretty crazy for what rank they are, first and second. Ireland ranked first, South Africa second. These two teams have been coming in form too. Those top 4 teams are really close at the moment, and whoever can win this will go through these quarterfinals, probably against the All Blacks. So, I mean, there's no easy way through, and if they lose, then they're playing France. So, definitely no easy way through. Dupont's gone for France, so that's a real weakness for France. So maybe one team wants to come second, but no, you wouldn't want to lose this match. This is a big booster for a team, for both of these teams. Ireland really coming in on form with 16 wins in a row. This is one of their biggest. This is I think there's the biggest ever streak for wins, and then there's the All Black, the South Africans who are on a streak of 6. So it's really strong teams here. South Africa coming off a big win against the All Blacks, and Ireland coming off a big Six Nations wins from the start of the season. But this is a big team here for both teams. We look at the South African side. Stephen Kitsoff, Mbonambi and Mel Herbert, the front rowers. Well, you can't really look past those two props. And then Mbonambi is pretty much replacing this Malcolm Marx, who has been injured. So it was a big loss for them. But Mbonambi's, I think, as good as Malcolm Marx is. But we look at their locks now. Eben Etzebeth, Franco Moster, a lot of experience in there. Eben Etzebeth looking to carry the team through to a quarterfinal place here. Then in the back 3 for the forward pack, Sia Khaleesi, Jasper Visa, and Peter Steptoid, you're not going to find a more experienced and better, more informed back 3 other than maybe Ireland. So this is a really strong forward pack for the South Africans. Faf de Klerk is halfback, and Manny Lebok, they've been the usual combination at 9 and 10. And then in the midfield, Damien Dialende and Jesse Creel experience in there, and Jesse Creel's coming back into form at the moment. Cheslin Colby, Kurtley Arends, David Williamson, those 3 bring that X factor to the team. They're not very tall, so we won't be expecting as much high balls as what we saw when they have Kane and Moody on their side. But I think the South African side is really strong, with 13 changes to the starting 15 against Romania from their last match. Then we look at Ireland. I got Andrew Porter at prop, Ronan Kelleher and Tag Furlong. That is a brilliant matchup to the South African front row. It's a massive front row, as usual, with a few hookers missing. So Kelleher makes his way in. Taj Byrne, James Ryan has been another combination Ireland have used quite a lot recently with their lock combination, and they'll be hoping they can match up the South African experienced locks. Then we look at the back 3, Peter O'Mahony, Callum Doris and Josh van der Fleer. That is an experience and really strong side. So the South African back 3 for the forward pack and the Irish back 3 for the forward pack are a really good matchup. So watch out for that during this match. And another good 19 combination seen as Jamison Gibson Park, who's really stepping into his boots at the moment, and Johnny Sexton, who is always as good as he can be. And Bundy Ake at 12 and Gary Ringrose. Bundy Ake is playing at his best at the moment at a World Cup. So it's a really big part for this Irish side, and Gary Ringrose also another player that's playing really well. And then the back three, of course, this X Factor's as good as South Africans, so I won't be surprised if we're going to see a really good matchup everywhere along the park. James Lowe, 11, Matt Hansen on the right wing, Hugo Coonan, fullback. And then we'll look at the substitutes. We'll have a look at the South African substitutes after this. But Dan Sheehan, real strong player for the Irish at the moment. 16, Dave Killoyne and Finlay Bellin, the replacements for props. Ian Henderson, Ryan Beard, Conor Murray, probably one of the most experienced on the side, and Jack Crowley and Robbie Henshaw. So this is a really strong Irish team. Only one change to their starting 15, just Conor Murray off for Jamison Gibson Park. So that's two very strong sides. And it's a 5-3 bench for Irish. The Irish, but then when you look at this, it's completely the opposite. 7-1 bench for the South Africans. So a really stacked bench. They are risking it to win this match, as they did against the All Blacks. And it'll be interesting to see how this works in this match. Dean Furry, Ox Nish, Trevor Nyakane, John Klein, R.G. Snyman, Marco Van Staden. Massive forwards in this pack, and we know that impact they can provide in these sort of matches. We saw that against the All Blacks. I mean, I'm not too keen on their jerseys, the South Africans, but I mean, does that hurt their play? No, I don't think so. Quagga Smith, the 7th forward in the replacements, and then Cobus Rainak, pretty much replacement for most of the back line. But yeah, this South African side is looking really strong at the moment. But same to this Irish side. So I'll be really excited to see how these two teams go. This is a massive match in the assortment of this pool. So I won't be surprised if we see a really physical match. Well, as they head out onto the field for the national anthems, these two squads are really strong, and I can't wait to see how they play. The last 5 matches for both teams have been absolutely phenomenal, and our two teams coming off a really incredible form. We look at South Africa, who came off a win last against Romania, 76-0. I'm not surprised. That was their second match in the pool, and then the first match was against Scotland, which they won 18-3. Not convincingly, but still a win in their bag. Then they beat Wales 52-16 in the warm-up matches, and beat Argentina another warm-up 24-13. So it's a really strong side and a really strong form for this South African side, so I won't be surprised if this is a really good match for them. But I mean, we can't look past Ireland, who've won their last 16 games, including 2 against the All Blacks and 1 against the Springboks. So they've been every team they've faced in their last 16 matches, and probably the last year too. Then we look at, so their last match was against Tonga in the World Cup, the second match, and they won 59-16, and then they beat Romania 82-8, unsurprisingly, as the same as South Africa. And then they beat Samoa, not convincingly, but it wasn't their strongest lineup in the warm-up matches, giving some players a go to pick the side. And then in another warm-up, they beat England 29-10. And then before that, they beat Italy 33-17. So, I mean, not convincingly, but if you look at their Six Nation games, 5 out of 5, and they really dominated that, especially with a 50-10 odd win against England. So they'll be looking in their form at the moment. a team really excited for this match. And we also see this match, we see Bundy Aki playing his 50th match, I'm pretty sure. So that will be a big show for him. Looking over the match stats, Ben O'Keefe's the referee from New Zealand. Hopefully he doesn't get any more stick after this match, but I don't think he will. If he is, probably the South Africans and the Irish be hoping they can keep disciplined in this match, which Ben O'Keefe likes to pin. So and they have kept really disciplined. That's what's won the matches recently. It is 8 o'clock here, well, where there has been daylight savings, and 9 o'clock local time over in the Europe region. Stadium they are playing at is the Stade de France, so a really cool place and atmosphere where the All Blacks play France. So all the big match seem to be playing at this stadium. So they have been getting the real breadth of this World Cup. Well, they've both been really great in the region where penalties conceded. They've only had 14 to 18. 14 for South Africa, 18 for Ireland. I mean, two teams that have been weaker for when Ireland have been playing. But South Africa to go only 14 in 2 matches, one against Scotland, that's pretty much where we're going to see whoever wins will have less penalties conceded. Well, we'll hope that's the answer. Unless it's a red card, and that will be really annoying. We don't want that to happen. But this is a really big moment for these two teams. Whoever wins this should go through top, unless Scotland can pull it back with something, a win maybe against Ireland. But yeah, it's going to be a big match. And I'm stoked to see these two teams play against each other and what could be the final in 5 weeks' time. So, really exciting match here. Well, this is the greatest atmosphere I've heard ever in a rugby match. What a match we are coming to see here. Could be the final 5 weeks' time, but it may not be. But actually, it's kind of likely now. Dupont's out for France, so France have a really lacking side at the moment. But they are still a side that can really put some points on the board. Two teams coming off really good streaks in this Rugby World Cup, and before this, Ireland with 16 wins in a row. I'll be hoping they can make that 17 in this next match. Johnny Sexton, a massive player they're going to play around, and also Bundy Aki. He's a really strong midfielder at the moment, and it's his 50th match today. So I'm excited to see how he plays. He's been playing really well so far this World Cup. 4 tries. First on the rankings for tries, and is definitely a standout for Ireland. Maybe Sexton has been too. But, man, this is going to be a good match. Atmosphere is incredible. And the Stade de France. What a big match we've come to see. So they line up ready for the match here. Two teams really wanting this win. Ireland to kick the same off. Well, Ireland kick it off and they take it down now. South Africa, 50 Clerk to Mostert. 50 Clerk goes out wide. Technical issues. But it's knocked on by Cheslin Colby. Disappointing for South Africa, who are trying to base something there. Yeah, really ambitious from them. He's a really great player when they want him to be Chisholm Colby, but maybe not useful there, as it went straight over him. Now, Ireland are a really strong side at this point, and only about 30 metres out, they are going to be under a lot of pressure, the South African side. It was a massive tackle from Ron Kelly that put them on the back foot, and Van der Klerk had to play it out wide, and it didn't work well for the South Africans. Not one of the best starts for them. Andy Farrell will be hopefully looking forward to the start here. It's a line out for Ireland 20 on the 22. Inside the first minute, I just pause the time. Something's happening. It's a really slow match so far, but man, this atmosphere is great. And I'm looking forward to the rest of this match. They're all 2 minutes in. Well, line out, throwed and taken down by South Africa, but it's ripped off South Africans, and Ireland have the ball. Jamison gives a mark, 10 metres out. They play it back to Andrew Porter, who drives over. South Africa trying to keep this defence good. Big run from Byrne. Big Ringrose, big run from him. They play it through the back line. Byrne, Sexton to Hugo Keenan, but he's taken down well. 10 metres out, the South African defence is good, but I think they might have an advantage here. Yeah, advantage. South Africa, Bundy Aki, big run from him again. Ireland looking to break this South African defence, but it's a wide pass and it's intercepted, and they go back for the penalty 10 metres out. And that's where South Africa will have to watch themselves in this disciplinary. They have been good so far this World Cup. For only 14 penalties conceded, but they'll be looking to keep that at a low this match, similar to Ireland. But Ireland going for touch. Sexton looking for a line-up maul here. It's not the best of kicks, but they are in the corner now, Ireland. Ireland. Kelleher to throw it in now. Line out to Ireland. 8 odd metres out. He throws it in, but South Africa again won the line out. They've been brilliant so far. Colby clears it away. Taken down, Matt Hansen. And it's backwards, so South Africa take it out of touch. And a big clearance. Kick! Chance now! Colby currently runs! And they've blown it over inside the 22, South Africa. This is a driving run. They are fired up. Van der Klerk. They play it out the back line. Willemse. Big run from the South Africans. Lebok taken down. Van der Klerk goes blindside. Siakalisi, another big run from him. They are 10 metres out now, the South Africans. They play it Bongi Anambi. Van der Klerk again back. Visa. It goes to Even Elizabeth, the experienced player. Van der Klerk goes to the back line. Creel tries something, but it's loose ball as he's tried to offload it back, and they go back to a penalty. South Africa 15 metres out now. This is a massive opportunity. They're really basing a real attack. I mean, I'd if I was, maybe take the points when they're down here, but it looks like I might go for touch. Now, off their feet, the Irish players, and what a massive moment in the match. Now, South Africa really looking strong at the moment. What are they going to do here? They should have took the shot. So, Lebok maybe will take the shot. So, big moment for them. South Africa really looking strong at the moment. Well, it was a really good break as Faf de Klerk put a kick over it. And then Kurtley Arends gathered it up as they've really made a strong attack. Manny Lebok for the kick here. He'll be hoping he can get this one because this will be a massive one for the South Africans. He nails it. And they're in front by 3 now, South Africans. They take it down. South Africans. South Africans. Sorry, they just look the same. Now, Faf de Klerk has it at the back of the ruck. Looking to clear this one away. And he does so. Doesn't find touch though. And well taken by Matt Canson, who's ripped out in the air. Not 7 tackles missed already for the Irish, so really breaking tackles at the moment, this South African side. Jamison Gibson Park plays it back to this Irish backline. Peter Mahoney. Oh, intercept! No. Faf de Klerk could be off here. Well, he's gone straight through, run straight into the ball. Faf de Klerk. Johnny Sexton's hand, so it's a penalty to the Irish. So they go to kick this one into the corner now. Well, they're still behind halfway, so it's not going to go to the corner, but it's a really good battle at the moment. Well, Ireland really need to put some points on the board now. Faf de Klerk went straight through the ball and he came off his forearm, so the Irish got a penalty and they've kicked it just outside the 22. Kelleher throws it in as yet again the South Africans win the line out, but Manny Lebok knocks it on. And it's knock on from Ireland in the line out, so it's a scrum to South Africa. So a big opportunity for them again, maybe just outside their 22 now. So again, they're winning the ball. So Ireland will not be happy. Scrum for Ireland, South Africa. They've been good at them. And the lineouts so far have been won convincingly by South Africa, who have been great so far this match. South Africa. Faf de Klerk defeated in now. Oh, free kick for South Africa. He went early, so that's a big part in this match. Now, South Africa have another free kick. They'll go for the scrum. They went too early, so referee's not happy with for them going too early in the scrum. Well, both 4 packs look fired up for this match, especially the South Africans who are really shown what they can do. 2 lineouts there so far for South Africa. They've been brilliant. 2 set pieces, 1. So the South Africans have been really strong in the set piece so far. Faf de Klerk defeated in. It's a solid scrum for both teams. 5 de Klerk, use it, and off the back goes Weiser. 5 de Klerk. Peter Stefan takes us up the field. 5 de Klerk looking for a kick here. Maybe. Yeah, he kicks it up. It's a high ball, and it's around halfway where it's going to be taken by Mac Hansen. Big tackle on Mac Hansen from the South African forward. On it's a penalty for Ireland just over the 50-metre mark. Eben Etzebeth off his feet. Oh, not rolling away, sorry. So a big penalty for Ireland. They really got to start making some improvement in this area. They have not been great so far. It's interesting to see whether they go for the corner, like the sideline, because they have not been nailing their lineouts. 2 lineout steals for South Africa. Well, they're risking it again, and they're going for the sideline. Johnny Sexton, big kick from him. And that's brilliantly kicked, only about 10 metres out. So Ireland have really got an attacking opportunity here, finally, if they can take down the line out. Kelleher. Just throw this line out in. And again, it's overthrown. So Manny Lebok takes it down. South Africa again have taken the line out. So that's a big moment for Ireland, and they're not really happy with how they've played in the line out so far. 5 de Klerk clears the ball out. Finds a touchline deep over the 22. 12 minutes in. And it's 3-0. South Africa really dominating at the moment. But now, this line-out has not been great for Ireland. It'll be interesting to see how they go. And this line-out. Well, 3 set pieces won so far. 2 line-out steals for South Africa. So they're really looking dominating in this area. Well, he's throwing that over, and finally they regather it. Sexton goes inside ball to Josh van der Fleer. Ringrose throws a dummy. They go out. Jamison Gibson Park to pass it over. Big run from James Ryan, but it's well defended by South Africa, who push him back a couple of metres. Jamison Gibson Park to Sexton. Wide pass. Opportunity for Ireland. Run! Oh! So close Hugo Keenan goes. What a break from the Irish. Doris, big run. Oh, and he's knocked it on the line. So South Africa have a scrum 5 metres out from their own line. So they'll be hoping they can get this ball out of here. Ireland. Keenan had a really good break there off a brilliant wide pass. And South Africa have just been broken up in their forward pack here in their defence. So that's really interesting to see how they can go from now on in this line. Scrum now for Ireland. And well, this is going to be interesting how they can base this one. Well, one scrum before, I think. One free kick, though. So it was a solid scrum. So South Africa really wanting to get this in as a penalty for South Africa. Massive. And they don't wait for his call, so it's a penalty for South Africa. And the early arrangement causes the Irish on the back foot at the moment. Are just not executing their points at the moment. South Africa strong at the moment. Taking the line out down. 5th de Klerk. To go back. Connection's bad. Turnover from Byrne, but it's a knock on from the Irish. So South Africa have another scrum on the 40-metre mark. Ireland again just not able to execute their plans. It's not been a great half so far for Ireland. We've not been able to put any points on the board so far in 16 minutes. On the 40-metre mark now. Well, the Irish has pretty much been that so far. They've got the steal and then they've just lost the ball or something like that. It's not been the greatest of starts. Yeah. Well, only 2 penalties conceded for Ireland. 3 penalties conceded for South Africa, but still they are on the back foot. Well, this will be interesting to see how this one goes. Well, some big runs from the South Africans so far and physical start from them, as we were hoping to see, because they'll be putting their body on the line for 40 minutes and then they'll swap the whole team out in the second half because they've got a 7-1 bench, so really a lot of depth in the bench for the forward pack. Just a drink break. 24 tackles made for Ireland and 7 missed tackles so far. It's not the start that we're looking for so far for the defensive side of things. 5th de Klerk to feed this midfield scrum in. It's really solid. It's 2 teams are really strong in the scrum area. 5th de Klerk takes it off the back. Willemse looking for a break. He's making everything splitting apart. It's a big run from him. 5th de Klerk has got it in the back now. Played back. And Benambi. 5th de Klerk goes back, and it's a wide pass to Curtly Arends, who's taken down well, though, by James Lowe. And he's gone over the ball, James Lowe. So it's a penalty to the Irish. Finally, for them, they have an opportunity here. Well, they're fired up at the moment. This James Lowe at the moment hasn't had much opportunities this match so far. Kicking to the corner now, the Irish. Few technical issues so far. Well, it's not an amazing kick out into touch, but it's got the James Lowe got over the ball really well there. Kelleher to throw it in now. Ireland have had a brilliant record in the last few years. It's taken down well by Byrne. And Bundy Aki with a bowstring run is looking to break tackles this match too. But over the ball is South Africa. And Ireland not looking too good at the moment. Just losing the ball when they're in their own half. Not releasing the ball there. The Irish Van Fleer. A few technical issues here. Bundy Aki, big run from him, but over the ball is South African side. And they're really starting strongly at the moment. But they kicked it over to Ireland's 40 metre, and it's taken down in the line out by Eben Etzebeth. Faf de Klerk plays it out wide to Lebok. Big run from Jesse Creel, but he doesn't get through any tackles. Seth de Toy gets a ball inside. Faf de Klerk off the back again. And Benambi. He's been a replacement since Malcolm Marx hasn't been here. Now, back goes Faf de Klerk. They go into the back line and it's bumped off by Dialende. Faf de Klerk goes out wide again. Steph de Toit. There goes Willemse. Has made a brilliant kick. So it's a 5 metre line out to Ireland, who are under a lot of pressure in the line out so far this match. So dangerous position for Ireland so far. Only 2 out of their 6 lineouts have been made so far. They're hoping they can make that 3 out of 7, because that would be massive. Ireland now have to throw this in and regather it here. They want to keep out of danger. Kelleher throws it in, taken down by the Irish. And a big run from Caelan Doris. Jamison Gibson Park. Tries to clear it over, but doesn't go anywhere. As Eben Etzebeth looks like he's charged this one down. Yes, he is. And it should be a line out to these Irish. Kelleher now. Well, Ireland have not been dominant. It's been South Africa by far. Throw in from the Irish now from Kelleher. It's taken down, but it's not straight from the Irish, and the line-out is faltering very much so far. South Africa now have another attack they can use. The line-out has been brilliant. They've made quite a lot of line-out steals. I think it's 2, so far this match have been really dominating the South Africans with their attack. Maybe not the defence, but their attack's been really dominant. Well, HIA for Ringrose, so that's a big call. So Ireland under a bit of pressure on the bench now. Robbie Henshaw's on. Yeah, Robbie Henshaw's not a bad replacement for Gary Ringrose, who's off now. Scrum. Big run for Dialende, who's trying to break tackles. He's taken down. Faf de Klerk goes out the wide side. Peter stepped the toy, but the ball's loose. And I've taken it down. And they've taken it back too. So Kelleher has grounded it in goal after they've taken it back, the Irish. So there's a 5-metre scrum for the South Africans right in front of the posts. Wow, Johnny Sexton's down, so that's a big player to be down. Tim Delendo's really having some big runs so far. Oh, he had a massive run. Johnny Sexton went down. So, big moment for the Irish. They're not looking good at the moment. Oh, another drinks break. Johnny Sexton looks injured. Yeah, not a good sign for Ireland. Time's off at the moment. It's looking for the scrum now. 5 minutes out now. The South Africans in the 23rd minute. 3-0 to South Africa. The scoreline has not been changing very often, as South Africa haven't had the ball as much, but they've executed a lot better than the Irish, who have just not been able to finish. Well, 13 tackles missed by the Irish, 93 for South Africa. So this is a big moment now for the South Africans as they're 5 minutes out from the line. But yeah, as South Africans looking right in the midfield, one way or the other. Lebok and Willemse in the middle behind the scrum. They could go any way here. This is a dangerous position for the South Africans. Faf de Klerk takes it and solid scrum for the South Africans. There's technical issues. As Faf de Klerk looking to take this out. That's called use it. It goes off the back. And big run from Jesse Creel. And it's taken by Doris, who's intercepted it. And Jamison Gibson Park clears it back to James Lowe, who makes a massive clearing kick. Willemse from fullback takes it up. He is making some massive runs so far. South African backline looking brilliant. Kits off. Another big run from him. Khaleesi taken well low by the South Africans. As a knock on by the South Africans. So scrum for the Irish. Outside the 22. Finally, the Irish have regained the ball, but man, the South African attack is looking strong. They just weren't able to take it and finish. Some silly pops in the end from Khaleesi as a knock on there. Two knock-ons and a couple of phases for C. Khaleesi, not the greatest of starts for him, but for the captain of the South Africans. But scrum for Ireland. Just outside 22 on the left side of the field. Right beside the sideline. Big opportunity for the Irish. They've really got to take the opportunity here if they want to have a chance at coming back in this match. Well, it's not a far margin, but man, the Irish have not looked as though they're going to score. Well, they haven't been able to finish. That's the problem. They go back to Bundyaki. Then Sexton, who goes wide. Big kick by Hugo Keenan. And it goes out just over the 22 again. Just behind the 40 metre, actually. So, South African line out now. They've been great on their line outs. Ireland, not at all. So, if they can regather this will be another attacking opportunity. Oh, it was a strong scrum from the Irish and South Africans. They've been solid scrums. They've been pretty even too. Bongi Mbonambi to throw this in. And it's taken by Ebenezer, and it goes back. See Khaleesi. They're wide now. Faf de Klerk to go back. He goes back to Labok, who puts the high ball in. Who's going to contest for this? Curly Arends. And he takes it really well off the high ball. Faf de Klerk puts a low ball in, and it's bounced over James Lowe, who's tried to step Willemse, but he's been taken down really well. But the Irish still have the ball inside their own 22 here. At the back is Van der Fleer. Mick Hansen. Taj Furlong takes the ball up. The Irish looking strong to consolidate this ball out of this park. Jamison Gibson Park kicks the high ball. Who's going to take it? And it's taken well by South Africa, but it's a knock on again. Curtly Arends has knocked it on in the air, so Ireland just outside their 22 now have to do something. Oh, technical issues again. Mick Hansen taking him down. Curtly Arends just knocked the ball on in the air, but still a real opportunity for the South Africans just not taken. The Irish finally have the ball back, but again, will they kick it out? I mean, not kick it out, kick it to South Africans. That's what they've been doing recently. Well, they have had so far 50 kicks in this World Cup, South Africa, and 43 for Ireland. So not a massive amount. There have been more of the teams that have carried the ball, and they've looked more convincing, I think, so far. This is a great atmosphere in the Stade de France. 57% possession for the South Africans so far this match. So they've held the ball well. But now the scrums are being solid for both teams. They've won both of them. But now the South Africans really want to push this Irish team back so they can regather the ball here or get a penalty. Ireland just want to get this away to their back line. And they have done that well recently. South Africa now. Ireland to feed the ball in here. Jamison Gibson Park. To feed this ball in here. He feeds it well, but it's not gathered well. It's gone backwards. Bundyaki with a brilliant break. He's straight through the gap. Bundyaki, big stepping run. He's gone straight through his South African side. Off the back goes Jamison Gibson Park. Another great attack for the Irish here. Josh van der Fleer goes back to Porter, who's taken down. Well, Josh van der Fleer at the back. Bundyaki, another big run from him. And he's popped that back to Peter O'Mahony. They go back again to Porter. Jamison Gibson Park. Bundyaki, when he gets the ball, he is massive. Jamison Gibson Park. They're inside the 22 for the Irish side. Oh, it's a big flip for Porter, who's had another run. Another run from Kelleher. They go back to Sexton, who's popped it. Jamison Gibson Park. This is a great defence from South Africa. They're really holding it now. Oh, it's a pop ball to Josh van der Fleer, who's taken back again. Jamison Gibson Park. Sexton. They go wide to Bundyaki, who's on the wing. They keep going into James Lowe. But he's taken down well, and the South African rushing defence is doing well at the moment. Advantage. Jamison Gibson Park. Porter. Advantage now. They go to cross kick by Robbie Henshaw. It's overcooked and it's taken out by the LeBoc. But massive moment. Ireland really planning attack. And they go back to the advantage. They go back to the penalty over in the corner. 10 metres out. They'll go for the corner, surely. The line-out hasn't been great, but to go the corner would put a lot of pressure on the South Africans. They're really doing well. Bundy Aki with a massive break to open up the South African defence. And South Africa rushing, but their defence did well rushing. So, although they gave away a penalty while doing so. Sexton, a kick into the corner now. Ireland with an opportunity here. They just won't want to lose the ball here. They've done it quite a lot with their lineouts. Well, yeah, no. South African never released the player when he was over the ball. Now for the lineout, Kelleher. Ringrose past it. They drive forward. Jamison Gibson Park to Peter O'Mahony, who drives over. This Irish forward pack looking really strong at the moment. They are beating the South Africans at the moment, but the South African defence has been great. As they go over, Jamison Gibson Park looking blindside. No, he goes to Van der Fleer, takes it up. Over the line, Jamison Gibson Park looks for Sexton. Sexton goes wide. He wrap around and he goes straight through, but he hasn't got over. He's 1 metre away. What a moment. And they go wide. Mac Hansen scores. Has he gone out? I think he scored though. Massive try for the Irish, and they are in the lead now. The Irish really strong attack at the moment. Well, a lead for the Irish now. Johnny Sexton, Bundy Aki's had some massive runs, and Mac Hansen goes over just inside to stop, to put them in front by 2. So now Ireland are looking dangerous here. Finally, they have put themselves ahead. Well, this World Cup, he's had 5 clean breaks. He's been brilliant, Mac Hansen. And this time he scores again with a massive try. It's the second try of the tournament. Bundy Aki, though, he's been brilliant. 64 metres run. 1 offload. He's been massive in this match for Ireland. And now Johnny Sexton to put the conversion here. 20 seconds on the clock. This is the first kick of the match here. What a start. This is such an exciting match for everyone in the Stade de France. It's a brilliant atmosphere. As Johnny Sexton goes to kick this one over and he nails it. So 7-3, Ireland are leading. This is a massive part of the match for Ireland. I'll be happy with this. Mac Hansen, be happy how he went over there. LeBoc to do the restart here. It's taken. It's gone not too deep. It's knocked on, and they've taken it back to South Africans. Dialende go wide. Chance. And Aliens couldn't get there, but is just overcooked by Dialende, who's looking really strong at the moment. And it's 7 metres out, the Irish, and they've struggled with their line-out so far. With a lot of steals for South Africa. 2 line-out steals in the first 15 minutes. But now we're in the 35th minute. They haven't struggled recently. Kelleher to throw this in. Regathered by Peter O'Mahony. It goes back to Jamison Gibson Park. Galen Doris. Run from him. And it's a penalty for Ireland, who are doing really well in defence here. So they'll be looking to clear this one out too. Well, Detroit rolling on the wrong side. So Sexton to put this into touch now. Oh, South Africa have dropped so last 5 minutes. Ireland have really gained some pressure. Bundy Aki's been massive in that. Well, he's been brilliant this tournament. 3 tries so far. 4 tries. 4 tries so far this tournament. The top try scorer. And now Ireland throw it in. Inside their own half, just. They go back. Bundy Aki, another big run, but he's taken down well by the South Africans. Gibson Park, Doris. To Kelleher. But South Africa really defending well. Van der Fleer have gone back a few metres. And Bundy Aki's taken back well by his opposite number. Jamison Gibson Park has the ball there. Inside their own half now, the Irish. Jamison Gibson Park puts the high ball up. It's quite deep, so I wouldn't be surprised if no one's attacking. It's taken down by Alens. Williamson takes the ball now after it's knocked backwards. And Faf de Klerk plays it back to Eben Etzebeth. Tries to bowl through, but nothing really happens. Irish defence is good. Lebock puts a high ball through again. And it's taken by Keenan does well. 15. And Ringrose pushes over the ball. They've got the ball, the Irish, inside South African half. Here. Big ball over the top of him. And now James Lowe with an attacking opportunity. He's chipped it through. But it looks like it's going to go dead. So they'll go back for the scrum where he kicked it. But man, this Irish side are looking really good on attack. Well, Bundy Aki and Diolende have matched each other so far this match. They've been really even. Bundy Aki with big runs, but similar to Diolende, who's put a few of the Irish players down. Now scrum on South Africa's 40-metre mark. And now they've got an opportunity. South Africa. They've got to get this all out of this scrum, and then they want to do something with it here. Well, no one's lost the scrum so far. It's been pretty even. But man, this is going to be interesting how they can counter this South African side after this brilliant last few minutes for the Irish. And it's gone straight down, so it looks like it might be an advantage. Adinsa goes wide. Lebock goes wide to Cheslin Colby, who's got the same headgear as Evans. Then Faf de Klerk pops it to Peter Steph de Toit. Over the ball, the Irish. And brilliant win for them. They've won the penalty well, and they're really doing well at the moment here. Ireland now with a penalty just around halfway here. Well, that's a massive part in this match here. Everyone's thinking South Africa going to win. I mean, Ireland are looking strong at the moment. Who knows? Well, I've kicked it over the 22. Now Ireland with another attacking opportunity here. Well, Josh Van der Fleer, yet again, over the last few years, he's done it well, but again, he's over the ball. And again, he's got a penalty for Ireland. So, Ireland inside South Africa's 22. I've got a chance now. Kelleher to throw this ball in. They've been not great in their lineouts, but they've taken this one down. James Ryan. Bundy Aki again. nails it through this South African defence. They go out wide to Peter Van der Fleer takes the ball. They go to Porter, who's a decent ball carrier, and he's taken a lot of them so far this match. Gibson Park plays it back. Mac Hansen. They go to James Ryan, who drives over the line. But it's ripped off by South Africa, and it's intercepted, but it was advantage, and it's halftime now. What a first half. 7-3, Ireland in the lead. Ireland beating South Africa at the moment, and I mean, this match cannot get better. What a start. I mean, the points weren't in our way, in anyone's way, but there weren't a hardly amount of points scored, but man, it's been great from both teams. Wow, what a first half. And it's pretty much been the first half. It started off really strong for South Africa, who dominated the first 10-20 minutes with really strong lineouts when they stole it and when Ireland had the ball down their half. And then they based their attack really well with Dialende really having some strong runs and Damien Williams, 2 line-out steals in the first 15 minutes, really put Ireland under pressure. But they were only able to get 3 points when they were down there, the South Africans. And after that, Ireland levelled them out, and it's been pretty similar for the rest of the match. Although Ireland have quite dominated. Bundy Aki standout for the first half, I think, for Ireland. They were brilliant. He was brilliant, and he showed that through his massive runs during this match. At the moment, it looks as though it could be anyone's game here. Wow. Ireland have been brilliant, but South Africa have been brilliant too. And the scoreline doesn't show how close it's been, I reckon. I think they probably deserve even more. But yeah. Carry meters, Bundy Aki's dominated that with 66 meters carried, with Hugo Keenan not far behind, then Damien Williams and Jesse Kuriel and Damien Dialende. So those 5 players have been brilliant. Curly and Wren's not far behind, and they're a team that are really looking. This match looks really close at the moment. And what a match we're here to watch. But man, it's been great. Offloads, we've had one for Bundy Aki, but man, he's been everything in this Ireland attack. The carries over game line have really been dominated over the last 10 minutes, 20 minutes for Ireland. And they've been really good with Bundy Aki, a player they've really used as a player they can pass to well. And Andrew Porter too, who's had some big runs as prop. Wow. South Africa not looking too good at the moment, with Ireland dominating the last 10 minutes. I'm just going to do something. Well, Ireland's looking good at the moment. Bundy Aki probably the man to look at so far. At halftime, 7-3 to Ireland. Well, made is made, 311 to 211. Dominated by Bundy Aki, who's been brilliant. And tackles missed, 15 to 13 to Ireland, topping South Africa there. But South Africa have only gained their tackles missed over the last 10 minutes, with Bundy Aki really shining out in his 50th match. 39 runs so far this tournament, not including this match, and 7 clean breaks, not including this match either. So he has been one of the standouts so far this World Cup, and he's shown that this match too. Well, it started off with Mendelbach taking the points when he was down there. And then it sort of just carried on with the South African attack. Damien Delende with big runs there. And Peter Steph du Toit had some big runs too. But Ireland had a few missed opportunities. Also, Bundy Aki, man, he was a standout. Big run. And a massive match he's had so far. And Ireland were able to put themselves over after brilliant attack after a long time in possession of the ball. And they kept the ball so they could get those extra points on the board. And then they went wide. But South Africa just not too amazing over this that last 10 minutes of that half. But Ireland's really strong too. And I went wide, Matt Hansen scored. And that was a massive moment in the match. So I just cut something. But yeah, Ireland have been really strong in the moment. Johnny Sexton's got his kicks. And yeah, Ireland have been great. And it's shown in the scorecard. But also South Africa have been thereabouts in the last 10 minutes. But their first 20 minutes, they've been really strong. Couple of handling errors around there for KIWI, who hasn't had the greatest of starts. Big tackles made, but Josh van der Flier again shining out through a lot of penalties and tackles missed. So he's really looking strong here in this match. Well, not far from re-kickoff for the second half now. But, man, this is going to be close. Van der Flier's been brilliant over the ball. But him and KIWI have been brilliantly matched up. Made some massive runs and massive tackles during the match. Well, KIWI been brilliant too. He's made a lot of big runs too. At the moment, it's looking really good for Ireland to have got a bit of momentum coming into the second half now. But probably one of the better ends to a half for Ireland here, who are really looking good at the moment. Well, they're just waiting on them to come out onto the field. It's going to be interesting to see how they play next half, how they attack this half. The South Africans. I see Erasmus, Honcho Pollard in this team. Now after Malcolm Marx is gone, Bungie and Bambi, though, is coming to recover him for this match. But yeah, it's a big loss for South Africans, but they're still really a strong side. A little bit of glitchy. Oh, we're just waiting on to start this. Just a little bit glitchy at the moment, technology. Not one of the greatest things at the moment, but now South Africans. I'm hoping they can come back with a little bit more momentum than they had the first half. But they've been put under more pressure than I think Ireland have. And who knows, that they could come in handy during this match, as it is a really big match. Well, it's very slow. It's long half time. So we wait for the South Africans and the Irish to come back, fight this match. I'm expecting Ireland to put out a big team here. But South Africa are waiting their bomb squad to come back on with a 7-1 bench. So they'll be really excited to see how that goes. With a lot of risk in there, but a lot of reward if they can get it right, as they did against the All Blacks. I'm quite surprised they went with this match. I thought they'd go a bit less because they're risking a lot, and they don't want to risk everything when they're coming to World Cups. They want to have a solid team that don't have to risk. But 6-2s even is still still risky. And when you go 7-1, it's massive. Wow, it's very slow to get starting, but only player to be yellow carded out of these teams has been Peter O'Mahony, and it showed that, well, that was in a match before this, but penalties conceded haven't been too bad, actually, and that's shown the match has been quite a free-flowing match. 7 penalties conceded for South Africa. Those have been over the last few minutes in the match, and then there was only 3 for Ireland. So Ireland looking really strong at the moment, and maybe they had a weak start, but they'll be hoping they can regather that. And they did so in the end of the last half. Wow. The lineouts have not been on the strong point, or at least in the first 10-15 minutes, but they have come back and they've been really strong in their set piece recently. Well, now it's like getting ready for this second half. This is a massive second half in the order of this Rugby World Cup. And this could be the final in 5 weeks. Who knows? So they'll be wanting to get up over one team. But it's not the end of the world, as the All Blacks last World Cup did play the South Africans and beat them in the pool play. But then South Africans ended up winning the World Cup. So it's not the end of the world if they lose this, but it's still a massive match in the outcome of this pool. Well, Brian and Banner on the sideline. Well, onto the field now, the South Africans and the Irish. It's a massive part in this match here. Everyone's thinking South Africa going to win. I'm not completely sure about that, but I wouldn't be certain. Well, to kick it off now, Manny Lebok. Big kick from Manny Lebok, but it's looking to be regathered. Bundyaki takes it down. It was brilliant in the first half. Well, inside the 22 now, Jamison Gibson Park looking to clear this one, but it's taken back from the South Africans. They have a great attack here. Jasper Visa, big run. Mostert, penalty. And the Irish have a penalty right back there. Spoken from the TMO. Full wide on the wrong side when coming out. TMO comes in handy there for the Irish there. And definitely not for the South Africans there. Well, Johnny Sexton to clear this one out. It's a nice kick yet again from Johnny Sexton. He's been great this World Cup in this kicking game. Yeah, so he didn't roll away well enough. Disrupted it. Throw in now. Kelleher goes back to Jamison Gibson Park. Now he pop ball to Ringrose. Jamison Gibson Park flicks it over the top. This is a great kick here. And Ireland have really put the South Africans under pressure here. Great kick from Jamison Gibson Park. I really put Faf de Klerk under pressure. If it didn't go out, he would have been really... Well, it looks like it's touched Faf. So it did look like it. Not on the nose. But now Bongiamba Nambi. Throw in now. Taken down by It's Mostert. Sikalisi. He was decent last half. Although a few handling errors put him down. Faf de Klerk goes for the kick now. It's a nice kick. But taken by Matt Hansen. Goes to Keenan, who pops it through. Oh, he runs into his own player. Maybe that's obstruction, but no, they haven't called it. O'Mahony. They go out wide to Sexton, who pops the ball through. And it's a brilliant kick because it's bounced just before going out into touch. So it's inside the 22 now. Well, he's saying it's touched a South African player, but the ref has not called it. No, it's a pinpoint kick from Sexton. So they're going to throw someone up here, the Irish. Oh, it's well hit out. Looking good at the moment. Peter O'Mahony looks like he's knocked that forward. And the line out. But a scrum 30 metres out. No. Oh, less than 10. 15 metres out. Yeah, Marty looked good there. And it's an Irish line out for Kelleher because it's gone out off the South African. So, but even it's the best one that off him. Again, the Irish line out's not looking as good as it could be. Usually is. And now the South Africans looking to build something. Faf de Klerk, they've got a ruck here. As Faf de Klerk pulls it to the back of the ruck. Looking for a kick now. It's a nice kick from Faf de Klerk. And it's a nice kick. They're out halfway. Well, South Africa are doing really well in the line-out steals so far. 6 line-outs lost to the Irish and only 1 for South Africa, which was just before. So Ireland won't be happy. Josh van der Flier is pulled back, but they've taken it to Jamison Gibson Park, who pops it to Bundyaki. Jamison Gibson Park at the back of the ruck again. To Kelleher. Tries to make something happen there. Jamison Gibson Park. It's a great counter ruck from the South Africans. Now, Callum Doris looking to pass it across. And it's over the ball. What a turnover. And a penalty for the South Africans. Willemse looks like he's going to kick this one out. But over the ball is Visa. Well, they're taking a shot now, the South Africans, so it'll be interesting to see who kicks it. Faf de Klerk looks like it is. Yeah, the bomb squad about to come onto the field now. Yes, they've got 7-1 bench. I'll take all the forwards off, except for one. Faf de Klerk now to kick this. And it's got the distance. Oh, just before. Drops just before. And South Africa have regained it. But over the ball, looks like Ireland are. No, they've regained it. And Jesse Creel goes back to the South African back line. Really good attack from the South Africans. Faf de Klerk goes to blindside. Eben Etzebeth is taken up in the air. And he's held up here. And it's a scrum for Ireland now because he's held up. Eben Etzebeth has gone into the air. So massive defence from Ireland. They're looking really strong at the moment. The kick from Faf de Klerk just hit the crossbar. And disappointing for him. But now it looks like the South Africans. Yeah, off goes Faf de Klerk, maybe. Yeah, Eben Etzebeth's off now, so it's a bomb squad that's coming on now. Maybe. A lot of the fullback are off now. What's the bomb squad look like they're coming off? Yeah. Well, now it's an opportunity for the Irish. They need to get this one out of here. Off goes a lot of the South African players. Kitsoff's off. Kroger Smith's on. This is a new lineup, and they've absolutely dominated the scrum, the South Africans, with a whole lot of players, and they've got a penalty as he's over the ball. Faf de Klerk, he's done well there. And they're going to take it into touch, I think, or maybe a tap. Just 5 metres out on the right side. South Africa looking really good at the moment. Another scrum for South Africa. We're hoping they can dominate this one again. A lot of new players on the field. The bomb squad are really making an impact already in the first minute they've been on. Well, it's another reset now for South Africa. They're moving the scrum. Now Ireland really need a solid scrum, otherwise they're in danger of a try being put on them. If de Klerk will put this ball in. But really, this has been a great start for the South Africans to this half. The scrum's brilliant. It's held well by Ireland, but advantage now for South Africa. And they go wide. LeBock, and they go wide to Curly ends. No, Colby, and he scores as he goes in. What a try for the South Africans. Massive try for the South Africans. And they lead by 1 point with a kick to come. Well, Colby is always there to take the cross kicks. And now 8-7 to South Africa. This is a ripper match. Well, everyone was looking for Colby. He's a massive player in the South African side. And they found the wide ball. But massive try there for the South Africans. As they take the lead with that try. Now kick for LeBock. Well, Reinek's been good. But he is not coming on for de Klerk at this rate. It's been great. They're checking something here. Shot clock's on. It's all good. Everything's fine at the moment for South Africa. Try looks good as LeBock lines this one up. Hard Rugby Championship record point scorer. As he lines this ball up. If he can get this, they will be in the lead by 3 points. That's a big lead in this match. It's been the biggest lead anyone's had. 4 points has been the biggest lead, but that's been counted. And LeBock to put this one over. And he misses the kick. Goes just beside the left upright. So he's missed the kick. And that's a big miss for the South Africans. Only 1 point difference at the moment. It's a massive match here. Wow. This is going to be interesting how the rest of this match can go. As it's been brilliant. Cleared out by South Africa. Now Ireland. Pump it over. Callan Doris is taken back though. Jamison Gibson Park plays it back. Johnny Sexton puts a high ball in. Opportunity now. But Williamson is taking it down. Oh, they clear it out. The South Africans off the free kick. Sexton takes it up just around halfway. Up goes Hugo Keenan, who takes it well, but it's ripped off by the South Africans. John Klein. They go back now. 5 de Klerk with a lot of high balls this match. They go wide. Jesse Creel locks inside. Oxenche. Willemse steps through. Chips it through. And, it's missed by the Irish. So South Africa really dominating this half so far. Exactly what they wanted going to the break. Well, 5 de Klerk's been great with his big passes out wide. And Willemse, again, has been great with his stepping and ball running skills and kicking skills too. So opportunity for South Africa if they can put pressure on this line out. Kelleher. Oh, no, sorry. On is Dan Sheehan, so they go off. Van der Fleer. Sheehan again. Pulls it back now. Gibson Park. Charge down! But taken now by James Lowe. Clears it out. Offside. The South Africans are pinned for now have the penalty. RG Snyman is the substitute is penalised for offside. "24 minutes left in the match. And we are at the 40-metre mark for an Ireland's half, where Johnny Sexton's going to kick it away. 8-7, South Africa have been good this half, but Ireland hoping they can pull it back now. That's a decent kick. Near the 22. Well, Snyman's way offside. Now goes in for Sheehan. They go back. Jamison Gibson Park. They go out the back from Aki. Big run, James Lowe. They're inside South Africans 40-metre. Big run from Calendoris, who's still going. South Africa. They push it back. Jamison Gibson Park drives over, but it's a knock on. Oh no, he's straight over. So it's a scrum for the South Africans inside the half here. Nice moment for the South Africans. Really did well to get the ball back there and pumping with their 7-1 bomb squad. The South Africans are really fresh at the moment. But the Irish are really making a lot of great plays at the moment. It's been a physical match. We'll show with injuries throughout the match. Well, there haven't been too many, and the penalties conceded haven't been too bad. So, no cards so far. So, that's great for the match. But, man, this is exciting. South Africa to feed the ball into the scrum. Yeah, 5 de Klerk. Feeds it in. Look to go back now. But it's a penalty for Ireland. And they're right there too. Tarek Furlong and the front row for Ireland that hasn't gone off yet have beaten the front row for South Africa, the bomb squad that have just come from the bench. But Mel Herber's tired and he's penalised in the scrum, and they've taken the shot now. Johnny Sexton to take this one. Well, this is a massive moment. This will put them in ahead by 2 points, this kick. But these Ireland side is pumped at the moment. It's interesting to see how they go from here. Can they attack this with something else? Sexton now to put this over. 58 minutes in to the match. 8-7. He'll put them 10-8 into the match. Potential lead for Ireland here. It's been great, hasn't it? It's been a real up and down match for both teams. One dominating, the other dominating. Sexton to put this one over. He does. He nails it. And they are ahead by 2 points. Wow, Sexton's too good to miss those. But, man, this has been great from the Irish side to come back from this attack that the South Africans have brought with the bomb squad. And to beat them in a scrum is pretty phenomenal after their bomb squads come on. Well, Byrne takes it down. Jamison Gibson Park at the back of it now. They're just outside the 22. Gibson Park takes it through the ruck. Out Porter has to take it back, but Bundy Aki now at the back, looking to pass it wide. It's very slow at the moment, the ruck. Big run from the Irish forwards here. They're starting to base something now. Looks like Jamison Gibson Park's going to clear this out. It's a high ball from Gibson Park. Who's going to contest this? Max Hansen, but Willemse takes it down. He's taken down well from the Irish. Faf de Klerk looking for a break, but he's taken down. Inside Ireland's half here, the South Africans are. They go back. But it's a fast-moving line as Diolendo's taken down well. Well, they're looking to come offside at the moment, Ireland. And Faf de Klerk goes back. Lebok. They go inside. Curtly Erlens up. Now Faf de Klerk again. Willemse. But it's taken back and it's a knock-on from the South Africans inside the Irish half. So Ireland have another opportunity here. And just the handling errors are starting to creep in now after tired bodies are on the field. But yeah, Willemse is really starting to make some breaks. Diolende knocks the ball on as he tries to pass the ball in. 3 line-out seals so far for the South Africans. Are looking strong in the line-outs. But it's a scrum here. And a couple of wins for Ireland in the South African scrums has really put pressure on their scrums. And now, at the moment, it's going to be a tough scrum for South Africa. Although they've got a bomb squad on, who knows, this could be a really tough scrum for them. As Furlong is firing at the moment. Well, now Jamison Gibson Park feeds it in, but it's early push. And they're going to retake the scrum now. Ireland looking really strong, but this is a really massive match, and the pressure is at its high. The atmosphere at its best. 17 minutes left in the match. 18, I think. So, it'll be interesting to see who can come out of this alive. Now, the South Africans have had a few handling errors so far this match, but man, it's a slow match at times. As we see, try to restart something here. Restart this scrum. Taking a lot of time here. Handling errors has not been their key point here. The South Africans, which is showing. Dominant tackles 25-5. South Africa really dominant with their tackles. But now it's going to be interesting to see how they can go here. Now to feed this in. Jamison Park. Looking strong push from both teams, but strong push from South Africa, who win the penalty. Massive penalty as the new forward front rowers come in and dominate the scrum. Bongi Manambi hasn't been replaced. Interesting to see whether he gets replaced, but massive push from Finlay from Trevor Nyakane. And they're taking the shot, I think. Manny Lebok. But that's a brilliant penalty for the South Africans to put them ahead. Or put them in for a chance to go ahead here. 8-10 at the moment. Manny Lebok will need to get this to put themselves ahead by 1. This is a really close game. Really tight. 17 minutes left. Anyone can win this one. Lebok. He's missed one. He's nailed one. Can he get this one? Now. Manny Lebok to nail this over. Oh, he's just put it wide. Has he got this? I'm not sure whether he's got it. Well, he's missed it. So, just. Looked like it killed around, but man, this is close at the moment. I can see anyone take this from here. It's one drop goal that could seal it for any team. I won't be surprised if someone pulls a drop goal out of the bag. But yeah, this is really interesting to see how this goes from now. 16 minutes left in the match. Now, 22 dropout for Ireland here. Will they go deep? Yes, they do. And Willemse pops it to Dealende. Smith, sorry. And big run from him. Faf de Klerk passes it back to another forward from the South African side. And it's a penalty for South Africa. Another opportunity. Will they go for the shot here? I mean, Faf de Klerk will take it, but I'm not sure where they will. Well, here we go. They take the shot. Faf de Klerk. This shot would put them in front by 1 again. But South Africa looking strong here. It was a big tackle on Smith that put him down. But, man, this is going to be interesting how they can take this. If Faf de Klerk can nail this will be a really close game. But it still is anyway. 15 minutes left in the match. He puts it wide yet again. He's not having a good kicking game at the moment. Faf de Klerk. They're going for the dropout now. But, man, this is a big part in the match. Jamison Park, what a match he's had. He's off the field now. Conor Murray on. He's been one of their best players too. Jamison Park, brilliant. But Conor Murray, the experience that can come into one of these big matches. Now, Smith, he's been running well. And over the ball, but he's taken out Faf de Klerk. Looks for the back line now. Willemse looking for a break here. They look too wide, but he's taken down. They go out wide on the open side. Faf de Klerk. Lebok. Dealende's taken down. It doesn't really try to bolt through. Up goes Willemse. Nice kick from him. Oh, James Lowe's taken it down, and it's a knock-on from the Irish. And now an opportunity for South Africa about 30 metres out as James Lowe's knocked the ball on. Just found a little bit of the ball and he's just tipped it on. But now's a massive opportunity for the South Africans again. They'll be wanting to convert to points. They haven't been able to the last few minutes when they have had it down there. Now we see if After Clerk's going to feed it in here. Well, this is a big scrum from South Africa as it's solid though. And Ireland are holding out well with their substitutes on. They go out wide. Dialende, big run, but he's taken down really well again. This defence has been good from Ireland so far. Over goes John Klein. They go wide for Oxnesh. And it's lots turned over by the Irish. Massive turnover, and James Lowe puts it out, but it's not a great kick. Disappointing for Ireland as they didn't get the clearance right, but they got over the ball, stole it, and that's slowing the game down at the moment. 12 odd minutes left. Kane. And Faf de Klerk's touched that, so it'll be a line out for the Irish. So a good attack. Yeah. We'll do it. 12 minutes. It's all they have left to come back in this is South Africa. It's only a 2-point lead for the Irish. Well, they're taking it down. Conor Murray looking to pass it wide. It goes back to James Lowe, who's been the kicker so far this match. It's deep. It goes to Willemse, who takes it up the field. It's a nice line from the Irish, who have found their cool at the moment in the defence. Oh, he's looking for a break. John Klein. Big run from him. They go back. And big run from R.J. Snyman. He's still going. They go off the back. Faf de Klerk goes wide. Creel out wide, but Peter Stefter-Toits knocked the ball on. Disappointing knock on for them. 11 minutes left in the match. Looks like it's a knock on now, but South Africa ball they called. So that's some part. A lot of players down at the moment. Finlay Bealham down. Well, R.J. Snyman's looking really strong at the moment. He's that physical impact and 7-1 bench looking to work well at the moment. It's a bit of a risk though. Peter Stefter-Toit. It's surely knocked forward. But yeah. Well, great atmosphere here at this match here. And it looks like either a line out or a scrum. Looks like it's a line out. And this will be for South Africa. Surprised it's not a knock on for Ireland, but well, the throw in now for Dean Forey. They've had some good runs here. John Klein takes it down. It's a big push. But Ireland are stable here in this maul. Faf de Klerk look like he wants to take it off the back and give it to the back line. But they're moving well here, South Africans. And over the ball is advantage. Van der Fleers over the ball when he's not meant to be. And now they're looking to do something with it now. Oh, it's a penalty for South Africans. He comes around the side and changes mind here. The tag burn. So Ireland pinned for that. And South Africa have another big opportunity, 10 meters out. So this is a massive point in the match. 10 minutes left in the match. Opportunity for them. Well, now, in goes. Taken. And it's not straight. Massive defence now from the Irish. So, a scrum for the Irish inside the 5 metre. They will deserve this if they won't win this. Because that's a great defensive part of this match. They've done well so far. And that's the pressure that they have put on the South Africans. Now scrum, 5 metres out from line. Conor Murray. To feed the ball in now. Conor Murray. But it's pushed too early and it's a free kick for the Irish and they've done well here. So South Africa under too much pressure and they can't cope with it here. So disappointing moment for them. Now they clear it out. It's well cleared. Brilliant kick from James Lowe, who is having a ripper today with the ball on his foot. Huge kick from the 5 metre to over the halfway line. So, big moment. Johnny Sexton's coming off. He has really put his body on the line this match. And Crowley is on, Jack Crowley. So some big substitutions. Experience has come off. Oh, big run! Big run from South Africa! But he's taken down well. Reiner. Varco van Steen is taken well down. The block goes wide. R.D. Schneiderman gets the offload to Quagga Smith, who's taken down again. They're going out wide now. Nyaka to Inche. They go out and Yakane. Faf de Klerk looking for it. It's a counteract from the Irish. This game has everything in store. R.G. Snyman knocks the ball on and he's taken it out. Chase for the ball at the moment. Mac Hansen's not far behind, but he's taken out. And Van der Fleer's taken it. As Ireland are putting a lot of pressure on this ruck. 10 metres out. And they've got the ball. Conor Murray. They go out blindside. It's a very messy ball at the moment. Hugo Keenan looks for something now. They're over the ball. They've got a solid 6 minutes away from the ending whistle. They go out behind. And big run, Hugo Keenan's taken down well. South Africa doing really well in defence. They go out wide. Ringrose. Down again. This is a slow point in the game. They're trying to waste some time here. Hopefully score some points. That would put them in a good lead here. They go out wide. They go out the back door. Ireland really with an opportunity. Inside, just outside 22. Byrne takes it up. A slow ball at the moment. They go for the drop goal. Ireland, but it's not good at all. He's not got anything of it, and it's gone dead. So it will be a scrum upfield where he's taken it. Oh, it's charged down. So they've got a scrum Ireland, the real opportunity here, I think. Well, it's charged down. Yes, that's why it didn't go as high and as far. Jack Crowley looked really bad, but wasn't too bad, actually. It is taken back. So it's a 5-metre scrum for Ireland. And a massive opportunity for Ireland. South Africa under heaps of pressure. Well, they're getting the scrum in now. It's a massive part of the match. Drinks break. A lot of tired players here on the field. Andrew Porter's off. He's been brilliant. He's had some massive runs and some brilliant scrummaging during the match. And on comes Dave Kilcoyne. And de Klerk is off for Raynack. De Klerk's been brilliant too. 5 metres out. Now, the South Africans really need to have a great defensive scrum here, because Ireland have put a lot of pressure on South Africa last 5 minutes, and this is 5 metres out, and it's pretty much midfield, so it could go any way here. Matt Hance will be hoping it, but everyone is crammed in around the scrum. All the backs for Ireland. They could go any way here. They'll be looking for an overlap off the back of the scrum as they set up. The Irish. This would seal it. With 5 minutes left in the match. Well, it'd likely seal it. And they're going to retake the scrum. So taking a long time to set up here. Well, it's been a really strong set piece for both teams. Well, a lot of them have mucked up the lineouts and mucked up the scrums, so it'll be interesting to see how this goes. If South Africa can put a big push in, maybe they can get a penalty off it, and that would put them at a lot less pressure, although they still have to score some points on the board to win this match. Now, Conor Murray to feed this ball in. They're pushing too early. South Africa, and they've got a penalty. Ireland. South Africa pushed too early. Conor Murray, with all his experience, waits for them to start pushing. And he's done really well there, Conor Murray. What will they do here? Are they going to go for the corner? Are they going to go for a quick tap? They're taking the shot. So it would put them ahead by 5. So, I mean, it's taking up time, precious time for the South Africans, and now they'll likely need a try to win this match, converted try, as they are right in front here. So, big opportunity for Ireland to go ahead by 5. Now Ireland need to do something. Kieran Crowley to put this one over. It's not hard. Can he keep his cool and put this one over? Put a lot of pressure on the South Africans. They're winding up the clock here at the moment. Kieran Crowley. And he nails it. Ireland in front by 5. And a massive lead here. 3 minutes left in the match. Everything on the line here. This is for the first spot here in the quarterfinals. Going into the quarterfinals. And they would play likely to be the All Blacks. And it's kickoff from South Africa. It's taken down by the Irish players. Conor Murray takes it back. There's a kick out from the Irish. It's a massive kick. It hasn't gone out though. Lebock takes it up. What will he do? They'll want to hold on the ball here. They look like they're over the ball, the Irish, but doesn't seem so. Raynack goes back to Eben Etzebeth, who's driving over the ball. Willemse back to Delende. Now to Colby. This is an opportunity now. South Africans need to take this while they've got it. Turnover from the Irish. And this is a massive point of the match. They could have won it here. What a turnover. They go back. James Lowe, massive kick on him. It's taken by his opposite number. Taken up by Colby. Now Rainak goes back to Nyakani. Oxnise actually. And Lebok takes it back. Jesse Creel. He's been dangerous this match. Ireland looking to get over the ball, but it's a penalty advantage for South Africa. This match is very close at the moment. They drive up over the ball. Ireland scoop it up, but it's gone back to the penalty advantage here. They'll go for the touchline, I'd say. South Africa are really strong. And this will be one of the last chances here. 1 minute left on the clock. 8-13. Everything on the line. Lebok looking for the corner here. He needs to nail this, because it'll put them a big opportunity here. And he does get the kick. Very good kick. Inside the 22. 10 metres out. South Africa under a lot of pressure. Also Ireland too. 10 metres out now. Line out. Will they go for the maul or will they go to the back line? Questions to be answered in a few seconds. 20 seconds on the clock. South Africa hoping to throw it in. Dean Furry. Big throw. Peter Steptoe takes it down. This is a drive from the South Africans. Opportunity. Diolinde's at the back. Rainak trying to pull those Irish players out. And it's a drive. It's going down, but they've still got the ball there. Rainak. And it's a scrum there. And it's a game over. Ireland have won against South Africa. 13-8. Massive one for the Irish. Everyone thought South Africa would dominate this match, but the streak has carried on. 17-match winning streak. And South Africa have got the L. Ireland have the W. And a massive win for the Irish here. Incredible atmosphere in this match. Everything was on the line. And Ireland to come out on top. 8-13. What a very close match. South Africa get the bonus point. The losing bonus point. Ireland don't get the winning bonus point because they only scored one try. It was a low-scoring match, but one of the best I've ever seen. And everything is showing what a tournament this is going to be. 5 weeks' time, will we see one of these teams or both of these teams in the final? It'll be incredible if we do. It'll be an incredible match if we do see both of them. What a display we've seen today, though. Standouts have been pretty much Bundy Aki, James Lowe, Johnny Sexton, Jamison Gibson Park, and pretty much the rest of the forward pack. It's been brilliant. And we're happy to say that Ireland have won this match. South Africa, disappointing. Loss for them, but they'll be happy they stay in the game for the whole match. They should have been able to finish it with that attack, but they weren't able to. And the win goes to the Irish. Thank you. Please like and subscribe for more. That's us. See you next week, maybe.